Hello, Morongo Basin, and listeners around the world online at Z107.7fm.com. Here is the Z107.7 local news for Thursday, October 17th, 2024. One arrest was made after a person was punched in the face in a Yucca Valley dollar store. On Sunday at 10:30 p.m., San Bernardino County Sheriff's deputies responded to a report of a battery made by employees at the Dollar General at 5555629 Palms Highway in Yucca Valley. When they arrived, deputies report that a customer in the store was punched in the face. The victim was not seriously injured and declined medical treatment. The customer identified the suspect to deputies as Morris Strickland, 59, who was arrested, given a citation, and released at the scene. Last night, the Morongo Valley Community Services District Board of Directors held their regular meeting in Covington Park's Mesquite Room. Reporter Gabriel Hart joins us with this recap.
After agency reports, the board oversaw the presentation of an official resolution by the California Senate, honoring former Morongo Valley Fire Chief James Brakebill for his 9 years' duty at the district and his career in fire service spanning 46 years. The resolution, read aloud by Octavia Scott, representing Senator Shannon Grove, stated Brakebill, quote, joined the district in 2015 and contributed 6,750 hours of volunteer service that ranged from fire chief, special projects manager, fire chief vacation relief, duty officer on weekends and holidays, and the agency representative for the Morongo Valley Fire Department during the Thomas Fire in 2017, the Apple and El Dorado fires in 2020, the South Fire in 2021, the Fairview Fire in 2022, all while playing a key role ensuring the department was fully staffed and personnel were properly deployed during those fires. When appointed district manager in 2022, Brakebill assembled and led a cohesive team of firefighters and emergency responders by fostering a positive work culture and promoting professional development within the fire department, unquote. After the lengthy and detailed resolution was read, Brakebill said,
This surprises me, but I want to let you know that I couldn't have done it without the support of the board and Brittany and the firefighters. This is not a one-man show. This is everybody's show. Okay? So thank you. This came as a total shock because they already presented me with a nice money for the work I've done. So I'm very pleased and happy. But I wanted to make sure that the community knew it was people like our press, the citizens, Brittany, the best board I've ever worked for.
The honor was followed by a special presentation by Justin Marino of Desert Region Fire Safe on various points of residential preemptive fire safety and risk abatement. Marino enlightened the board and attendees on free home fire assessments the organization offers and offered detailed knowledge on fire hazard severity zones, defensible spaces, home hardening, and how to create a fire-wise community in your neighborhood to get potential insurance discounts. With most of the action items on the agenda approved or tabled until the two absent board members could collaborate next month, the discussion moved to the district's voluntary revenue plan, now months in the making. The VPR is an affordable annual subscription assisting in avoiding unexpected emergency service response fees for residents whose insurance may not cover all emergency service charges. To garner enthusiasm for enrollment, the board voted to approve a 20% discount for residents who sign up by October 31st. Members of the board will have a booth set up at next weekend's Halloween extravaganza in Covington Park for convenient enrollment and information. Reporting for Z107.7, this is Gabriel Hart.
Last month, the State Water Resources Control Board committed just over $100 million toward construction of the next phase of the High Desert Water District's sewer collection system. The funding will not need to be repaid, which is good news for Yucca Valley, where the question of how to pay for the next phase of the sewer collection system has remained an open issue. Reporter Mike Lipsitz is here with more on what lies ahead.
The recently committed funds are in addition to the almost $145 million already raised to complete the earlier wastewater treatment and water reclamation facility and related infrastructure. In addition, the Water Board has provided $248 million in funding, evidence of California's commitment to protecting water resources and instilling resiliency in the system's infrastructure. This next phase of the collection system will help the district comply with the Colorado River Regional Water Quality Control Board's septic discharge prohibition. That prohibition was initiated to address potential contamination of Yucca Valley's drinking water from septic waste. The funding opens the door for the district to move forward. A contract has already been awarded for the final planning and construction phases. This will enable enable the expansion of the sewer collection system, bringing service to more households. The expanded service will help achieve greater economies of scale. The district can enhance the efficiency and affordability for the entire community. Construction is anticipated to begin in January with an estimated completion date of December 31st, 2025. Reporting for Z107.7 News, this is Mike Lipsitz.
The San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department, Morongo Unified School District, and Z107.7 are participating in the Great Shakeout today. The Great Shakeout is a day of individual and community events featuring the largest earthquake drill ever, organized to inspire others to get ready for big earthquakes and to prevent disasters from becoming catastrophes. Local organizations use the shakeout to prepare for the next big earthquake or disaster, and it will help determine how well we can survive and recover. The Great Shakeout will occur in houses, workplaces, schools, and public spaces today, October 17th at 10:17 a.m. MUSD schools will be conducting earthquake drills and testing their emergency communication systems. Z107.7 will play an alert today at 10:17, testing our own emergency broadcast systems. If you see or hear something strange at 10:17 a.m. today, stay calm. It may just be part of the shakeout. Pioneer Days kicks off tonight. Here with a rundown of events is online news editor Robert Hayden.
The 88th Annual Pioneer Days begins tonight with the Mara Mixer from 6 to 8 p.m. at the 29 Palms Inn. You can mingle with this year's Grand Marshals and have delicious hors d'oeuvres, delightful desserts, and of course a cash bar and photo booth. Tickets are $30 each at the door. Then Friday night, come decked out in your best neon and black light clothing. There'll be an unforgettable glow-in-the-park party with a laser light show backed by DJ Extreme spinning energetic tunes. That free event goes until 9 o'clock. Then wake up early and head out to the Firefighter Pancake Breakfast on Saturday morning from 7 to 11 at Fire Station 44, followed by the Pioneer Days Parade in bustling downtown 29 Palms at 10 a.m. The parade will feature a variety of community entries, including cars, floats, marching groups, equestrians, and more. The route starts at the corner of Split Rock Avenue and Highway 62, traveling along the highway toward Adobe Road before heading north to Sun Valley Drive. Come back downtown from 2 to 8 for a day full of fun, music, and community spirit at the Frontier Fest, featuring a block party, the always entertaining outhouse races, live music, and a variety of games and activities provided by local businesses. Then on Sunday, there's going to be a sunrise service at 6 a.m., a pet parade at 9:30 in Lucky Park, followed by a classic car and motorcycle show from 12 to 5, with live music from the Melancholy Babies and a food and beer garden. Pre-1985 cars and motorcycles can register at thehistoricplaza.org. And don't miss the skate contest at the Lucky Park Skate Park on Sunday from 6 to 10. Everyone is invited out for the costume contest and to watch or skate in the Best Trick Contest, Death Race, and more. You can get times and details on all of the Pioneer Days events at this story on our website, z1077fm.com. Reporting for Z107.7 News, I'm Robert Hayden.
And if you want to learn more about Pioneer Days, the 87-year-old event about ranching, mining, and Native American history, host of the Z107.7 Up Close show, Gary Dignot, will speak with 29 Palms City Special Events Coordinator Scott Clinkscales about the history of the program and this year's events. It's all about Pioneer Days tomorrow morning on the Z107.7 Up Close show, live from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. and available as a podcast after the show. The Morongo Unified School District wants your feedback on how to implement a state-mandated cellular telephone ban in schools. On last week's Z107.7 Up Close show, host Gary Dignot spoke with Amy Woods, Chris Clare, and David Daniels from the Morongo Unified School District. Amy Woods discussed the regulation and how our local school district is considering enforcement.
Restrictions about it, but you decide what they are.
Correct. The state is mandating that we make, the Board of Education make a policy addressing the limitation and or ban of cell phones. And that does include any devices that operate basically on the receipt of radio waves or Wi-Fi transmission, and that would include smartwatches. What we are currently doing is creating different community groups. We have a parent group, a student group, teacher groups, and we're actually kind of rotating through those groups on October 18th, next Friday, to get input, because part of the composition of that policy or the creation of that policy is significant community input into how do you what works for our area, what works for our schools, what works for our students. If you create a policy that is unenforceable by the teachers or administration, then that's futile. If you create a policy that isn't somewhat supported by parents, then that would also be futile.
You can hear their full conversation by listening to the Z107.7 Up Close show as a podcast at our website, Z107.7fm.com, or wherever you get your podcasts. That's our local news. Hear local news 7 times a day, 7 days a week at 7, 8, 9, noon, 4, 5, and 6. If you hear about news happening, let us know. Email us at tips@z1077fm.com. Reporting for the Morongo Basin News Leader, the award-winning Z107.7 Local News, I'm Jeff Harmatz.